Hey shooters, welcome back to the Shooters Resource Channel. Today we're going to be looking at the 92X again, but this one has been to Langdon Tactical for their world-renowned trigger job. We'll see how it performs against the 92X when I first got it, but before we get started, go ahead and take a second, hit that like button to support the channel, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys. Hey shooters, welcome back to another episode of Shooters Resource Channel. Today we're going to be looking back at my Beretta 92X, but it's been sent off and I've received it back from Langdon Tactical. Full disclosure, Langdon Tactical was very nice to include a trigger job for me on this gun so that I could review it on the channel at no cost to the channel, which is greatly appreciated. A lot of folks view the videos and think that, hey, these folks are making, tons of money off of YouTube and all that, but I'm really not. A lot of this is coming out of my own funding. So anytime that I get help from anyone, it's greatly appreciated. So Langdon took care of the channel and they helped provide a trigger job so that I can review it for you so you can decide, is this the right move for you? And I'm going to be honest. This is amazing, guys. The trigger, no bias in any of my reviews. I'm going to tell you like it is. But this trigger is greatly improved from what it was before. The double action trigger on this gun, it's so smooth. It's been greatly reduced in weight of pull. It's great. It just feels so good. And the single action pull is even better. You get a slight take up. You hit a very definitive wall. So, I mean, it's a decent take up. But you hit a very definitive wall, and you can see it's not going to travel very far. And then it breaks. Now, the reset is where this puppy shines. Look at that travel on that reset. You can run this gun so fast and stay on target. It's amazing. What a great gun. I really like this Beretta 92 and I have a full review on it if you're interested in checking out the 92X and kind of learning a little more information on it. I did, after more shooting of this gun, end up going with the full-size grip. I do like it. I end up actually liking it better than the slim 92X grip, but they do have a slim grip for those of you who might be interested in having a little slimmer grip. But back to the trigger, the weight. Now I don't typically use a trigger gauge because to me it's not, the weight of the trigger is not always important, but I can tell you on this gun, the weight of that trigger right at about 4 pounds. And it feels very, very crisp. And the double action pull's probably been reduced somewhere in the neighborhood of about, it's probably still about 7 or 8 pounds. But because it's so smooth, it's like nothing. I mean, it's just so easy to pull and stay on target. Now let's move over and check out Langdon Tactical's website and see what all they have to offer. All right, so when you get to the page, you'll notice, so essentially Dominate it's centered around the competition market and raw gun performance. And I can tell you the 92X, after getting it back, it performed really well. The trigger job I got on the 92X was their level 2 trigger job. And just for anybody that wants, let's consider maybe sending their gun in to get that trigger job, it's right at $165. So it doesn't really break the bank. It's a pretty good price there for such a great trigger job and trigger enhancement. Dominate is all about performance out on the range and performing in competitions, performing when it counts. And Discover is also about performing when it counts, but it's for the concealed carry market, especially those that are new to concealed carry. But even there's a lot of tips on there for those who, maybe have been doing it for a while. So So when you look at their products, they've got them broken down into guns, red dot optics slides, which is really cool, trigger job in a bag, parts and mags. And so let's look. A lot of folks don't know Langdon Tactical offers a full offering of their own pistols. So you can buy a complete pistol from them, and it can be from any of these guns that you see here, the Hellcat, the PX4, the 92 series, which I might do in the future. But yeah, they just got a lot of different offerings, and again, a lot of folks didn't even know that. Springfield Armory XDE. So if we go back to products, again, those red dot optics, this is where they're offering full slides already cut for red dot, and you can send your gun in and have that done as well, and you'll see that in the custom works. If we go back to products, trigger job in the bag. This was what I was originally considering, and so I wrote Langdon, and I just said, hey guys, I'm considering buying your trigger job in the bag. The only thing is the trigger job in the bag only gets you about 80% of the way there in terms of performance. If you send your gun into Langdon Tactical, they are able to get it across the finish line for that last 20% of effectiveness. So again, if you're a person who likes to work on their guns, then maybe the trigger job in the bag is for you, or you don't feel like sending your firearm off. But if you send it off, you can get a little more performance out of the LTT trigger package. And then they've got their full LTT MP3 upgraded trigger job in the bag. And this is the creme de la creme of offerings from Langdon. And I can only imagine after getting my gun back what that trigger job consists of. It's got to be just amazing. And I've seen several reviews on it, right? So if we go to Dominate, you'll see there's a lot of great resources here. Number one, they've got a lot of good products and stuff of that nature. But they also, and if we look here, you can see, I didn't even know this, but LTT also offers training. And that training can come in the form of 3-day advanced pistol courses, or they've got a lot of good training videos on here. And I watched a few of them, and it's pretty cool. Ernest Langdon has 12 years of active duty service as a U.S. Marine and 19 years in the firearms industry. After leaving the Marine Corps and entering the private sector, he has been shooting competitively for over 25 years and has acquired a Grandmaster class rating from the U.S. Practical Shooting Association. So there you go, man. Ernest Langdon from Langdon Tactical. All right, Langdon Tactical was also nice enough to include their G-style safety lever here, which is decocker only. That was one flaw that I really didn't care for on the Beretta 92, is having that slide-mounted safety. So to go to decocker only, that's a really great benefit. I don't have to worry about accidentally bumping that safety on, especially when I'm racking the slide or anything of that nature. And with the double action, single action, a safety is just something that I really don't care to have on the gun. You've got that longer double action pull to deal with. So in my opinion, there's just really no need for a safety. But again, this trigger job is just amazing, guys. I really highly recommend it, especially for the price point. The level 2 trigger is what I have, and I would recommend it. If you want to spend a little more money and get a better trigger, going with their MP3 trigger would be a good idea. And they've got a ton of different offerings and upgrades for the Beretta 92, including sights, the Wilson Combat steel guide rod, just all kind of different things that are available. I had no problem shooting this gun at distance, shooting smaller targets, shooting the gun fast. The gun just performs, and it's become one of my favorite carry guns, especially now that I've gotten this upgrade. If you're in the market for a new Beretta 92, PX4, or the guns that you've seen today, I highly recommend you checking out Langdon Tactical. If you already have a Beretta or one of those other guns mentioned, consider sending it in. Or if you want to do the work yourself, do the trigger in the bag. But this is a really great value for those of you considering upgrading your current 92X, FS, or any 92 that you have. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and take a second, hit that like and subscribe button, support the channel. I've also got links in the description if you're interested in any of the products that you've seen used in the video today. And as always, thank you all and God bless.